It's May 25th, 1946. Young middleweight Marcel Cerdan of France takes on tough southpaw Robert Charron in Paris. Here's southpaw Robert Charron 3 days before he's meeting with Marcel Cerdan. He thinks he can take Marcel. And here is the dynamite-punching Marcel Cerdan taking a last workout. Marcel is in great shape for his upcoming bout with Charron. It's the night of the fight, May 25th, 1946. Robert Charron is introduced to the audience. And the popular Marcel Cerdan receives a great ovation. The fighters move to the center of the ring to receive last-minute referee's instructions as we approach the start of the fight. Marcel Phil, the ball-headed former world middleweight champion, is in Robert Charron's corner tonight. Phil is Robert's chief second. Marcel Cerdan comes out for round one in the dark trunks with a white stripe. Southpaw Robert Charron has his initials on his trunks. Cerdan is 30 years old, 2 years older than Robert Charron. Cerdan began his ring career in 1934, 12 years ago. Southpaw Robert Charron began his ring career in 1942, only 4 years ago. Cerdan has had 93 professional fights, losing only twice, a great record. Marcel has great power in either hand, as evidenced by the 55 knockouts among his 93 victories. Both fighters going right at it here in round one. A sharp right puts Charron down. Robert gets up at the count of 4, and Cerdan moves in. The fight is scheduled for 12 rounds, but Marcel would love to end it here in round one. Charron's southpaw style is very confusing to most fighters. Rounds 2 and 3 were hard fought and very close. Here in round 4, Charron appears to have recovered from that earlier knockdown. This is Cerdan's 5th fight this year. He has already KO'd Alan Guedes and Edward Tennant, and he took a 12-round decision from Jose Ferrar in Barcelona. Cerdan's marvelous ability in the ring has stirred conversation even in the United States, although Cerdan has never fought outside of the continental limits of Europe. Marcel is scheduled to make his first appearance in the U.S. later this year, when he will meet tough Georgie Abrams in New York City. A furious exchange between the two men. Robert Charron is a brilliant boxer. This is only the second time that Marcel Cerdan has ever faced a southpaw. Both men throwing sharp punches in there. Marcel won the French middleweight title in 1938, 8 years ago, when he took a 12-round decision from Omar Koudri in Casablanca. Marcel also won the Inter-Allied Middleweight Championship when he KO'd Joe DiMartino in Algiers in 1944. And there's the end of the round. Marcel won rounds 5 and 6 with solid punches to the body. Here in round 7, Cerdan is definitely ahead on points. In his last fight, just 5 weeks ago, Cerdan KO'd Joe Brune in the second round in Nice. Cerdan is considered a very active fighter. Charron's southpaw style doesn't seem to be bothering Marcel. Cerdan's manager, Lucien Roux, is trying to get his fighter a shot at European middleweight title holder Leon Fouquet later this year, or early in 1947. A great deal of spirited action here in round 7. Charron ties up Cerdan. And there's the end of the round. Both fighters getting instructions from them. Here at the beginning of the round, Cerdan floors Charron with a hard punch to the body. Charron is right on his feet. In rounds 8 through 11, Cerdan continued to be the aggressor, and here in the 12th and final round, it's all Marcel Cerdan. Cerdan knows he's ahead on points, but he still wants that knockout. Marcel hasn't lost a fight in almost 5 years. In August 1942, Cerdan lost a very controversial decision to Valery Boutin in Algiers. Marcel's only other loss was in January of 1939, 7 years ago. On that date, Marcel lost a fight to Harry Craster in London on a foul called by the referee, which was disputed by all of Cerdan's cornermen. Cerdan moving in here in the 12th and final round. Charron ties up Cerdan. Marcel keeping the pressure on. A beautiful left hook by Cerdan. And there's the bell, ending this great fight. The two fighters affectionately hug each other to show there are no hard feelings. Now they wait for the judge's decision. The decision will come, and it's no surprise. As reporters and photographers record the results, Marcel Cerdan is awarded a unanimous 12-round decision over tough Robert Charron. The battered face of Robert Charron displays the ferociousness of Marcel's crisp punching power. A very happy Cerdan poses for the photographers. Marcel Cerdan continues on the road to the middleweight championship of the world.